Howdy folks, just a quick video on probing. I've seen this come up a bit on the Facebook group lately for the Elite Masso and just what the procedure is. I'll try and run through this, so hopefully I cover everything. So we're going to click the probe dialog box. Let's have a quick look at what these numbers mean. Probe diameter, that's going to be your bit diameter. In my case, I use a precision pin that's from a router centering jig. So it's not 1/4 inch, it's actually 5/16 and the shaft's reduced to 1/4, so that's why my number is not 6.35 for a 1/4 inch. X offset, Y offset, what does that mean? X offset and Y offset is going to be your distance from this edge to the inside of this lip in both directions. If your probe's been manufactured decently, those numbers should be pretty close, probably within 0.1, 0.2 of a millimeter. Mine's like 0.08, and you probably want to measure that and check it. For the Z offset, this number here, well, that's just the thickness of your probe at this point, not including the lip, so thickness without the lip. Some other numbers on here, G54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. If you want to use different offsets, you can click any of these and it'll change to that offset. And you can see that at the top of the screen there. I just clicked G59. Now it's switched to that offset. And you can 0 for that offset and it'll save that even after you power the machine off. So we'll go back to 54 here maybe. So it switched to 54. These numbers here, the 20s, I believe the factory numbers are 35. I just made mine a bit smaller, save a little bit of time. I'm in metric, so those numbers will be different if you're imperial, obviously. And I'll show you what those mean as well. So what those numbers are referring to is how close the bit needs to be to this edge and this edge, so that when you go to probe, it can make it around the corner. If you were way over here, let's say, and you started the probe sequence, then the bit would move over and then run into the block on the X, so that wouldn't work. Pardon me, on the Y. So let's go through, this is kind of what you want your bit to be set up like. You need it to be down low enough that it's going to contact the edge of the block, and then, as I said, within, let's say in my case, 20 mil this way and 20 mil this way, so it can make it around the corner and probe correctly. So on here, you can see we've got all these little different options here. So what this is saying, if you start, this is what you're going to do for bottom left probing. You'll have your block in the bottom left, and your bit will be up here. This red dot kind of signifies where your bit is. And little arrow is telling you what it's going to do. It's going to touch Y first, and then it's going to go around the corner and touch off for X. So we're going to hit that. And we can see it's touched off X. Now it's moving around the corner. It's going to drop down, that 20 mil that's specified. And it's going to touch off for the X value. So now your 0 is set for the bottom left corner. And now if you want to do Z, we just need to move the bit up and over. It really doesn't matter where it is for Z on the block. It doesn't need to be in that little circle. There's not really, that circle's not really relevant for the Masso. It's more for the Bilbotic style controller. So for Z, I'm just going to go a little higher here. So for Z, you can see we're just wherever we want there over the block. And we just hit this middle button and it's going to drop down, touch off, and now Z's done, and it just returns somewhere close to the same height where you started. And then just for proof of we're happy with where it is, we're going to go in there, hit work origin, and then we can lower the Z just to get a better look at it. And as you can see, that's pretty much what you want to see. Hopefully this video is of some use to some people. Sorry about my terrible videography skills, but just wanted to make this to see if we could help some people out. Have a great day.